Hello and welcome to the Archaeogaming Museum, where today we'll be playing the latest quest released for Old School RuneScape, Below Ice Mountain. Now for those of you who don't know, Old School RuneScape is Jagex's official term for a previous version of the RuneScape game and a backup of its source code dating from the 10th of August 2007. It was then released as a game in itself on the 13th of February 2013 following a community poll by Jagex judging the interest in a classic version of the game. For those of you who have watched my recent videos and streams playing modern RuneScape, or RuneScape 3, will know that I did used to play RuneScape back in the early 2000s, and this is much closer to a version of the game that I played and at the time when I finished playing, which was somewhere between 2005 and 2006. But obviously it's undergone some changes since then, such as updates in quests like the one we're going to look at today. Now, I've not actually played Below Ice Mountain before on any other account. This is my first time playing it. I have read the wiki, the official wiki on the Old School RuneScape official wiki page, and we'll be using that today just to help things go smoothly for recording of this video. Again, I'll give a link to that in the description below so you can check that out. Before we jump in, I'll just read a brief description of the quest from the wiki so we know what we're getting ourselves into. Willow, an energetic archaeologist, perhaps suspiciously so, is hunting for her next big discovery. She believes she has found the entrance to an ancient underground ruins found in the west of Ice Mountain. There's a catch though, the entrance is sealed and she needs to reunite her old crew to help her break in. Naturally, she has to stay close to the ruins in order to lay claim to the find. So it falls to you to bring her ragtag group back together for one last caper and final big payoff. So, as part of this video, we'll be looking at how well they represent archaeology, and are they really archaeologists? I am skeptical, but again, I know what happens during the quest. But see what you think as we go through, and let me know in the comments below how well you think archaeology is represented in the game, and did they do a good job of the quest? If you've played it, let me know what you thought, what you also thought from a player's perspective. And I would just like to apologise as well. I'm recording this bit in voiceover in edit because I forgot to press play at this point when I was doing the actual recording. So there will now be a slight delay in this, or slight jump between me talking here and me talking at the time when I recorded the video. But thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope you enjoy. And if you do, please do consider giving the video a like, consider subscribing to the channel, and hit that notification bell to find out when I next upload. Jump into the game. It even gives you a reminder of the quest as you log in at the moment. There we go. So we are right near the beginning of the quest. Willow is here. I'll just show you where that is on the map. So it's around here, around Ice Mountain, just west of the rock, and sort of just north of Falador. So let's talk to Willow and get underway. We've already collected a few items that are recommended in the walkthrough, just to make this slightly easier and quicker. So, hello there, what are you doing all the way out here? Just looking around. Oh, did you lose something? No, I found something. A door. A door? I see doors all the time. What makes this one so special? It's buried beneath a ton of rocks. Could be the entrance to some ancient ruins. Wow. Ancient ruins? Are you an archaeologist or something? Archaeologist? Me? This is already sounding a bit fishy. Of course I am. I am the greatest archaeologist of our time. The name's Willow. Have you not heard of me? I'm afraid I haven't. Are you looking for a way into the ruins? You bet I am, but I don't think there's any other way in. Oh dear, do you have another plan to get in? Potentially, but I won't be able to do it on my own, nor can I leave this area. If I'm not here to guard the entrance, some other archaeologist might come along and steal the glory from me. Maybe you could give me a hand. There could be untold riches inside the ruins. Already sounding very dodgy. Doesn't sound much like an archaeologist to me. But I guess the only way we're going to find out is by starting the quest. So let's give it a go. Just to make this clear, up to this point I've not actually played this quest on any other account. This is my first time playing it through, but I have read the walkthrough, so I do know what to expect. A chance to uncover ancient ruins doesn't happen every day. Of course I'll help. I'm Archaeology, by the way. How do you plan to get in? The entrance is covered by rocks and rubble. I don't think mining them will work. We'll need something stronger. Who knows what could be inside the ruins? There could be traps or even monsters. No, I think we'll need to get my old crew. I mean excavation team together. But you'll need to convince them to help. We didn't part on the best of terms. What happened? We had a falling out after dig went wrong. Where can I find your old team, and how will they help? To get into the ruins, we'll need to blow up all the rocks surrounding the entrance. The Victorian approach to entering tombs. That doesn't sound too safe. What if we damage the ruins? Surely it's better to go slower and preserve as much as we can. See, even as an adventurer, we know more about archaeology than this so-called archaeologist. No, we need to get in there as soon as possible. Burnt off the dwarf will do. He's a master with explosives. From what I can remember, he's a fan of his drink. His favourite pub being the Rising Sun Inn in Falador. I'd look there first. After we've blown the rocks away, we'll need someone to move all the rubble. Someone strong. I could do it. I'm quite strong myself. Ha 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 ha! I don't think so. We need a real strong man. Someone with muscles. An old friend of mine, Chakal, should be able to do all the heavy lifting. Oh, okay. Where can I find him? I'll say that was quite rude. We had quite a rough falling out when we last spoke, but I heard that he's hanging around the barbarian village. Lastly, if my hunch is correct, this place will be covered in traps. We need my pal Marley to disarm them. He's the best thief I know. Been doing it for years. I have no idea where he is these days, but his cousin Charlie in the Rock may know. You should go and talk to him. He's normally somewhere near the Blue Moon Inn. You have a rather interesting group of friends, but if they get us into the ruins, I'm all for it. Good luck. Once you've recruited one of the team, I'll meet them at the entrance. It's to the west of the mountain. It's on the west of the mountain. Okay, so as I said, this few things got together to help with this quest, mainly because there's a little bit of travelling around, and a few things will make this easier, such as some teleports and some items which can get us closer. So, items actually required for this quest. This isn't supposed to be a walkthrough, but I thought I'll do a bit of a talk through it. We will need cooked meat, check. Bread, check. Knife, yep. Coins, we don't need coins because we've got beer, which is what we'll need the coins for. And a pickaxe, check. We've also got some combat armour and some food. The recommended items for this quest are some Rock and Falador teleports that we've got in our bag here. An Amulet of Glory. Skull Scepter, which I don't currently have at the moment. A combat bracelet, an energy potion, or some weight reducing clothes, which I'm not going to bother with, that's fine. So let's first go to Falador and find that explosive expert. Now, the fact that a lot of them are hanging around pubs definitely does sound like archaeologists to me. But it is sounding increasingly suspicious. So here is Burnt Off the Dwarf. Let's give him a chat.
Buy us a drink.
Are you burnt off?
I might be, I might not. Buy us a drink and find out.
It just so happens I got a drink you can have. Give it here then. You give Burnt Off the drink.
That's good stuff.
So, are you burnt off?
Yes, I am. What can this dwarf do for you?
Willow sent me. She needs your help with a job.
Willow? Now that's a name I drink to forget.
What do you mean?
Willow always insisted on changing my wish. I know explosives just because I lost a couple of my fingers a few years back doesn't mean I'll do it again. I know the exact amount of dynamite needed to blow at which full safe we would have been shot for life.
I thought you were a team of archaeologists.
Archaeologists? Sure, if that's what you want to call us.
Willow sent me to get you. She's found a new dig site and needs your expert knowledge on explosives.
Tell you what, if you beat me in a friendly game of rock, paper, scissors, I'll join the team.
We'll have to have the game upstairs away from everyone. So a friendly game of rock, paper, scissors. That is an unusual way to get an archaeologist's help, but or an explosive expert's help maybe.
So the rules are as follows. We both pick a sign to show and then say rock, paper, scissors. After scissors, we show our signs. This is a best of 3 game. Now pick what you're going to show.
Let's go with rock.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Burnt Off chooses paper.
Looks like you win the first round.
But I put up rock.
Yes, and I put up scissors, I think.
I think he might be a bit too drunk to play. I think this might be quite easy to win. Okay then, I guess the first round goes to me. Let's go scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Burnt Off shows paper.
I won.
That's 2 rounds to me. That's 2 rounds to me, so you have to help.
Oh, yeah, but I think I won that round.
But scissors beats paper.
Yes, that's correct, but you chose rock, so I win.
Whatever, let's just play the last round. He's definitely doesn't know what's going on. Let's go for paper. See what he puts up. Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, looks like I win, so I don't have to help you out.
You quickly change your sign to rock. Haha, sneaky. Are you sure, Burnt Off? I clearly beat you. Check my hand again.
Merlin's beard, you did! A deal's a deal. I'll help you out. but I think I'll need one more drink before I hit the road. Tina, bring me another drink, please.
Sure thing, Burnt Off. I'll be right there. Really not sure we should be trusting this dwarf with explosives.
Thanks, Tina.
I think I'll be staying far back when he sets off those explosives. That was interesting. That's Burnt Off recruited. On to the next person. So let's move on to Marley the Thief. So let's go and speak to Charlie. Now, Charlie's quite the character. He's actually Charlie the Tramp, who lives in sort of, or roams the streets of South Varrock and is actually involved in several quests and several treasure trails as well. So we know Charlie quite well. So let's talk to Charlie.
Spare some change, Gov.
I'm looking for a guy named Marley. Have you seen him?
Ah, Marley, my cousin. He's always getting himself into trouble.
Oh, really? Do you know where I can find him?
It's been a while since I've seen him. Last I heard, he got caught in the middle of a robbery and had to flee the rock. Something to do with trying to steal a set of wizard robes from the museum?
Great, so I'm dealing with a criminal.
Afraid so. Marley is no stranger to the authorities. Knowing him, he's probably hanging out in Edgeville ruins till the attention dies down. I'd try there.
Perfect. I will go look for him. Now, according to the actual walkthrough on the wiki, you can actually jump straight to Edgeville, which we're going to use our Amulet of Glory to help us travel to quickly, without having to go and consult Charlie. But, you know, I thought it's a bit of fun. And it's what the quest told us to do, so we will do it that way. So Marley is supposed to be... Let me have a look. Just south, just by these yew trees down here, by the looks of it. Or these yew trees down this way. Ah, and there is Marley. So let's recruit Marley. I should have done Chekhov first, actually, but...
Hey there, would you happen to be Marley?
I could be. Depends on who's asking. If you're with the Varrock City Guard, I have nothing to do with the robbery at the museum. I don't even know what I'd do with some wizard robes. No? What robbery? Wizard's robes?
Robbery? Sorry, sir. First I've heard of a robbery.
Look, I'm not here with the City Guard. Willow sent me to find you. She needs your help.
Willow? I'm afraid I don't recall a Willow.
Are you sure? She said you were old pals.
Nope. No, I'm sure. Only Willow I know is a type of tree.
Haha.
But then again, my memory is a bit hazy due to how hungry I am.
You're too hungry to remember your friend?
Yep, been a while since I had a nice hot meal.
Would you like me to get you something to eat to help you with your memory?
Oh, what a kind offer. I couldn't say no.
Fine, I'll be back in a...
Whoa, 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 hold your horses there, friend. I can't just eat anything. I have a very specific dietary requirements.
Don't be like that. I don't want anything fancy, just a steak sandwich. Someone after my own heart. From the Blue Moon Inn in Varrock. Why don't you go there and get one?
Slight problem there, friend. I've been barred and Chef won't make me another one. Something about stealing from punters. I can't remember. Fine, if I get you a steak sandwich, will you help Willow? Of course! Oh, by the way, don't bother with the bartender, just talk to the chef. Trust me. Alright, I'll be back momentarily with your steak sandwich. So demanding. So now we've got to go back to the rock. And actually, go more or less back just to where we were. But there we go. So let's go and talk to the chef. Or the cook. What do you want? I'm busy. I was wondering if you'd be able to make me a steak sandwich. We don't get many food orders in here. Last person who ordered one of them was barred for thieving. Oh no, it's for me. Really? No, it's for Marley. I knew it! I'm not making another meal for that thieving git. Clear off. At least tell me why you hate him so much. I know what it's like not knowing where your next meal's coming from, so I let him eat here for free. The minute I turn my back, he's caught red-handed trying to pickpocket one of the patrons. We gave him the boot there and then. Well, fair enough, but it's just one sandwich. He's not even in the rock anymore. He's moved off to Edgeville. No chance, mate. It's the principle. I won't make food for such a low-class criminal. Please, I really need Marley's help, and he'll only offer it if I get him a steak sandwich. Well, I suppose I could give you the recipe. You can make it yourself. Great. I can't imagine it's that hard to make. Watch your mouth. Making a steak sandwich is a delicate art. Sorry, of course it is. What's the recipe then? To start, you need to get some prime beef from a cow. The fields south of Lumbridge are a great source. Cook it up. Medium rare is perfect. Don't cook it for too long or you'll burn it. Then you have to get some bread. I'd recommend making it fresh, but to each their own. Slice it in half and slide beautifully cooked beef in between the two halves. And hey presto, you've got yourself a delicious, perfectly made steak sandwich. Wow, is that it? Some beef between a loaf of bread? It's harder to make than it sounds. Now get out before I whack you one for being so rude. Well, quite a grumpy chef, but at least he's not like Gordon Ramsay. So there we go, we've got our steak sandwich. I had the steak and that ready. So let's go back to Edgeville and give it to our rather shifty friend. Mr. Marley. Here he is. Hey Marley, I've managed to get your steak sandwich. Ah, just in time for my afternoon snack. Pass it over. You give the steak sandwich to Marley. Ah, not quite as good as the usual, but hit the spot. How rude. Are you finally done? Yes, sir, I am. I'll honour my side of the deal and head off to find Willow. Finally, you can find her on the west side of Ice Mountain. Excellent, I'll be on my way then. So, we just got one more person to recruit. Marley certainly is an interesting character. Hopefully the next team member is more respectable. Well, I'm not so sure about that necessarily. So, next we need to go to the Barbarian Village. But as I don't have the Skull Scepter, probably the best way to do that is just to teleport to the Rock and Run. So here we go. Off we go to the Barbarian Village to find our strongman.
as I said, you know, without the teleportation, it is a bit of running around, but at least, you know, you running around, you get to enjoy the scenery. Plenty of fresh air and exercise. Another good reason to become an archaeologist, not necessarily a good reason to become an archaeogamer, because you don't tend to get so much of that. So, where was... somewhere in the barbarian village. Let's try the inn, was it, I think, possibly? No, it doesn't look like he's in here. Where does the guide tell us to go? So where is he then? Is this him? Oh, there he is. He's down here. Hello there. I'm Archaeology. I'm looking for a man named Chekhov. That would be me, sir. What can I do for you? I was told to come and find you. Willow has found a new dig site. Stop right there, sir. You can tell Willow she can do the heavy lifting herself. And why is that? Willow does not appreciate the amount of work that goes into building my physique. I would not help her lift a shrimp. I take great pride in these muscles, and it hurts me to the core to hear such insults. But we need your help. She's found a new archaeological dig site and needs your help to clear the entrance. Archaeological dig site? Why is Willow interested in starting a dig site? She said she said there could be some ancient ruins and even some untouched hoard of gold and treasure. Ah, that makes sense. You poor lad. What do you mean? Nothing. Look, I'll help you, but first you must prove your strength to me. Now how can I do that? I would ask you to train with my old friend and trainer Atlas, one of the strongest barbarians. You can find him in the hall north of here. If you can survive the rigours of the training program, I shall offer you my help. How do you know he'll train me? Tell him I sent you, and he'll train you. Alright then, I'll go and speak to Atlas. Farewell. I hope he's not going to make me lift a world over my shoulders. So, where is this Atlas then? Oh, there we go. Let's talk to Atlas. What do you want, little man? I've just come to talk to you. Chekhov said that you could train me. He said you're the strongest barbarian he knows. Oh, did he now? What makes you think I'll train you? Come on then, out with it already. Well, he said he wouldn't. I'm just pulling your leg. Any friend of Chekhov is a friend of mine. Please don't scare me like that. It's a force of habit. It comes with the barbarian lifestyle, but to apologise, I'll give you a free lesson. Oh, really? How much would this usually cost? Around 25,000 coins per session. That's a lot of money. No price too much for a good workout. Are you ready to start your training session? Yeah, why not? You want to become a strong man, you'll need to get into shape. It already looks like too much work to make it worth it.
short little training montage. It's not all about strength, you need some cardio in it too. You'll need to be tough, a strong man. Show me what you got. Come on. Now he's just punching me. That's not very nice. Every strong man was once a beginner who refused to give up. You need to push yourself. The 100 press up challenge. Always strive to be best you can be. That is for strength. There. In fact, I'm looking gradually more tired. It's making me tired just watching it. And we have our Rocky moment at the top of the steps. There we go. Rocky, because we're, you know, archaeologists. Sorry. I'm very proud of you. You've shown grit, determination, and iron will. You are a true strongman at heart. That was exhausting. I've never worked out so hard in my life. And for that, I am proud. Now show us what you're made of and flex those muscles. You have a lot for flex emote. Oh, cool. My work is done. Return to Checo and show him your newfound muscles. Oh, pardon me. Well, that was quite the ordeal. So far, I've had to beat a dwarf in rock, paper, scissors, make a steak sandwich, and go through quite the intensive training regime. So, have you completed your training session with Atlas? Just about, but it was a real struggle. It always is, but I can see that you're standing taller and looking stronger already. Now show me your muscles and I will judge if you're ready to receive my help. You show your strength by flexing your muscles. Or show your strength by flexing your muscles. Where is it? My goodness, those muscles are exquisite. I'll definitely help a man who shows that much dedication to their physique. This guy's really quite shallow. Fantastic. Willow said she'd meet you by the entrance on the west side of Ice Mountain. Thank you, my friend. I will meet you there. So, we have the crew assembled, and now we need to head to the doors on the west side of Ice Mountain and try and find Willow. Now let's just consult a map because it should appear as a dungeon icon. There we go. I imagine it's this one here. So let's go up this way because we'll need to actually get in to the path above Ice Mountain. And this is going to be probably the most bit running we're going to do so far for this quest. Right, going down this way. Oh, running past all these other dwarfs.
up the west side. Could take a bit of my energy potion, I guess. Just a second. There we go. And here's the team. Burnt Off, Checo and Marley, and of course Willow. And let's get a good look at this door. Okay, I guess we should talk to Willow. That's everyone gathered. Interesting company for an archaeologist to keep. So, how many archaeologists do you actually know? You're probably asking the wrong person there, Willow. Well, Exactly, so who are you to judge? Anyway, we're all here and we're ready to break in. Excavate the entrance. Are you ready? Who knows what is inside these ruins? Let's get ready. I'm ready as I'll ever be. Let's head in. Right then, everyone. That's everyone gathered. Thank you, Archaeology, for your help. Oh, it was no problem. It's okay, everyone. She always likes to interrupt, doesn't she? We've wasted enough time. Let's crack this door open. Burnt Off, you're up. Try not to blow the entire mountain up this time. Yes, ma'am. Let's get this rock out of the way. I still don't trust him. Just got to place this here. A little bit of dynamite here. And there we go. Now we light the fuse. What are you doing standing there? What do you mean? Everyone's ran for cover, lad. You best do the same. Wait, what? Clocks are ticking, lad. Ah! Yeah, definitely the Victorian archaeology approach to opening a tomb. Use dynamite. Blew my neck, burnt off. That was a tad too explosive, I think. My ears are still ringing. Quit your moaning. It did the job, didn't it? He's right. The rock's been broken up. Checo, it's your turn. But what is he damaged? That's a big question. Of course, ma'am. I will get to work. Removing the spoil. Quickle sets to work clearing out the rubble. Work's done, Willow. My apologies it took too long. If it took too long. Don't be sorry, Checo. Gotta put those muscles to use somehow. Alright, Marley. In you go. Let us know if you find anything. Right, in I go. Wish me luck, Archaeology. Try not to die. Be your own fault for messing around with a tomb. Right, let's see what hidden surprises you have in store for me. That would have been nasty. Is that? I thought this place would be better protected. Now to disarm it. A little tripwire there. Maybe this will work. That got it. Alright. Guys, it's safe to come in, I think. I like the I think. That's nice and reassuring. Wow, this place is amazing. I can't believe this was hidden away. I wonder how long it's been left untouched for. You impressed? That's nothing. There's nothing here but dust and fallen rocks. What kind of archaeologist are you? You don't find it exciting? As an archaeologist, I thought you would be thrilled at this discovery. Thrilled? What's there to be thrilled about? I don't see any gold, diamonds, rare gems, or piles of lost treasure. It's not about the money though, right? We've potentially discovered a long-lost ruins of an ancient civilization. Of course it's about the money!
It's always about the money, you fool. I don't understand. I do. We're not a team of archaeologists, you idiot. We're grave robbers, looking for their next score. So this entire time, you've been using me to help you break into these ruins in the hopes of finding someone else's treasure? Yep, and you were surprisingly easy to convince. I'll admit, you have been a tremendous help, Archaeology. But your usefulness has come to an end, I'm afraid, and I can't let you leave it. Why not? I can't risk you running off to the authorities and telling them about our little gang. We're wanted to quite a few large cities across Gelenor. I'm afraid this is the end of the road for you, Archaeology. This ruin is about to become your tomb. Hick. Whoops. What was that noise? I think there may have been one trap you didn't anticipate. It wasn't me. Oh, rock's full. What's happening? Feels like the quaking has finally stopped. Uh-oh. Holy Zamarok! What is that thing? Checo, take it down. I'm a muscle man, not a fighter. I think we should get out of here, Willow. You're right, Marley. Burnt off, we're leaving. I can't believe they ran so quickly. I suppose I should take care of this thing. So now in the description, there are a couple options. You can range it by hugging close to the entrance down here. Or you can take out the pillars. Or you can just fight it. As it's only level 25, I think we'll just take it out. I've not got the best weapon. I should have bought something a bit more heavy, crushy perhaps, but we'll do fine. Can also switch to some range, I guess. And if I stay down here, should be able to range it without being hurt. There we go. Bit safer. Safety first and all that. Slowly chip away itself. But potentially destroying an interesting find, this ancient golem. Or ancient guardian. He's almost down. So I didn't want to take down the pillars that the guide suggests, because, you know, that'd be damaging the tomb more than it already is. There we go. So that's the golem defeated. Or guardian defeated. Guess it is a type of golem. That monster showed up at the perfect time. I would have been toast if Willow and her gang had their chance to attack. Speaking of which, maybe they left something behind I can salvage as some kind of reward from. Looks like Willow left her bag behind. Maybe there's something I could take. Now who's the robber? You find a pile of gold coins. Those will do nicely. What was that noise? Please don't be another rock monster. What the? Bless my beard! What have we uncovered? Congratulations, you have completed Below House
below Ice Mountain. You award 1 quest point, 2,000 coins, and access to the ruins of Camdazal. Let's go and talk to this dwarf then and see what he has to say. Wow, I honestly didn't expect to see a dwarf in these ruins. I can't believe it. Yeah, exactly. It's been a long time since I've heard another person's voice. How did you find me? To be honest, it was a bit of an accident. What do you mean? There was a gang of, well, I thought they were archaeologists, but turned out they were grave robbers. I helped them clear the entrance to the ruins, and we worked our way inside only to wake up the monster. They ran off and left me to defeat it. That wasn't a monster. Well, it looked menacing enough. That was one of the guardians of this once great city. City? Yes. Camdazal, home of the Imkando dwarfs. These halls once bustled with life. That was a long time ago. I'm the only one left now. The name is Romano. Well, Romano, I'm Archaeology, and you have me at a loss for words. I'd never even imagined there would be a whole city down here. Starting to feel, a slight Morio vibe from this place. Not much of a city anymore, I suppose. I guess I didn't help with that. Sorry for breaking into your home and killing your guardian. We have plenty more, no real harm done. That said, I do think I might have a way for you to make up for it. There's likely be something in for you as well. My workshop is just to the north of here. Meet me there and we'll talk further. Romano departs for his workshop. Well, let's go into the city, the ruins, and have a little look around. So, this was definitely an interesting quest. As I said, it had a archaeology flavour to it. Hello again. Ah, Archaeology, you made it. So, tell me about this proposal of yours. Camdazal is a shadow of what it once was. We Imkando dwarves were the finest artisans in the world, but now I am all that remains. Today you'll only find echoes of our once great city. But that which was once great can still be great again. We Imkando dwarves know that better than most. There is hope for the future of Camdazal, but I need your help. What do you need? We have a sacred forge. You will find none other like it in all the world. Some of the greatest weapons of legend started life here. The forge could be the key to Camdazal's future, but it's going out. If it does, I fear it will never again be lit. I can no longer gather the fuel that it needs, but perhaps you can. Fuel? Power-Knight! You'll only find it in these ruins. If you can gather some for me, I can use it to keep the forge lit. In return, I'll let you take what you want from our great vault. I no longer have use for anything in the vault. Besides, material possessions mean nothing compared to the fire of the sacred forge. So if I find Power-Knight in the ruins and bring it to you, doesn't sound too difficult. Where should I start? Anywhere you like. The ruins are filled with Power-Knight, so anything you do here should yield some. If you need more information on specific things you can just let me know. Well, so we'll have a quick look around the ruins. But the main purpose of this video was to look at the quest below Ice Mountain and see how it represents archaeology. Oh, we do have a bank chest here. That's nice and helpful. Store everything in there. Quickly close that down. So that was interesting, I think. What I really liked about this quest as an adventurer and as an archaeologist was you always sound slightly skeptical from the beginning, what Willow says, what the others say. And it's obvious that Willow isn't an archaeologist. And that you give a much better depiction of archaeology, especially when you enter the tomb. That conversation about it not being about the gold, it not being about the fortune, it's about the discovery, it's about the knowledge you can gain. I think that's a really nice touch that they put in for the adventurer side of things, showing that you know a lot more, and showing that they were just grave robbers, only interested in loot and what they could steal from these ruins. And again, the reason why I kind of wanted to play through the quest as well is, again, it brings up that question that I'm often asked, and lots of archaeologists think asked, you know, what's the difference between archaeology and grave robbing? Or when does archaeology become grave robbing? And lots of people always assume that it's often to do with a time lapse, or, you know, how old does it have to be archaeology, or is it just grave robbing? And that's really not the main issue. The main issue is behind context and intent of what you're doing. Grave robbers are all about the money and about the treasure, whereas archaeologists are interested in the knowledge it can give you. Archaeology is not just about things from the deep and ancient past. For example, there wouldn't be Archaeogaming if that were the case. Archaeology is the study of the things that are made by humans and how they impact the world and how they impact human society. Obviously, the archaeology of the recent past potentially comes under more stringent ethical guidelines, especially when it comes to things like human remains. That's not really the focus of this video, but I do like the fact that it brings that up and it gets people thinking about that. But what is important to take from that is archaeology isn't just about the deep and ancient past, it's about the more recent past as well. And as our technology gets better and better, more things become obsolete more quickly. So it's easier to study the technology and manufacturing processes of the recent past as an archaeologist, which is what we're doing here in the form of Archaeogaming. We're looking at games as artifacts in that sense. But again, I really enjoyed the quest. It's a very short quest. It has some really nice bits in it about what archaeology is and what it isn't, and what grave robbing is and what grave robbing isn't. Definitely not archaeology. Thank you for taking the time to stop by and check out this video. I'm doing a series of looking at the archaeology skill within the modern RuneScape, or RuneScape 3, and looking at the archaeology skill. I'll put a link to my first video in the description below, as well as some more information about the quest and the Old School RuneScape client. And there will be another video, or the next video in the archaeology skill series coming out later this week or early next week. So again, thank you for taking the time to stop by. Hope you are doing well during these difficult times, and until next time, take care.